Hello everyone, I'm Heather. It is the 12th day of Shorty September. 12th day, 12th book, okay? At the end of this book now, I will have gone through all 12 Shorty September prompts one time. So, the book that we're doing for today is Ice by Kavan, and it is an unreliable narrator, which meets my final prompt. So, if you saw my vlog from before, you will know that this is my second attempt to give this book a go, and I am already a quarter of the way through it. I read a quarter of it through earlier today, before realizing that it is not a Sunday vibe, and I needed to downgrade my experience to a lighter feel. But for now, this next one coming up, Sunday night is tonight, tomorrow is Monday. I'm going to be in a better headspace for this. So I'm working, but I'm working from home. So I'll be able to get up early, do a bit of work, have a bit of coffee, set myself up, read a bit of this throughout the day. Just to catch you up, in case you didn't see the vlog from before, this is dystopian ice world. So you've got this guy. He was like in love with this girl, or like engaged to her or whatever, before she ended up marrying some other guy. So he went back to visit her a couple times, but found that he didn't much like the husband. Okay. So then now something has happened, some sort of like apocalyptic, like radioactive pollution thing by a foreign government or something. And now it's messing with the climate and making it like ice cold everywhere. And there's like ice caving in, making it so that the ports don't function properly. Like, you know, transportation is all messed up, like gasoline shortages, food shortages, like abandoned villages. It's an apocalypse type situation. But the girl has gone missing from her house, and the husband doesn't care. He's like, she can go anywhere she wants, it's a free country. And he's worried now about her. So he is now traveling around trying to find her. But there's something up with his narrative, okay? He's an unreliable narrator, for sure. There's something about like he's an insomniac, and so he's taking these drugs which like give him waking dreams, or like really bad, really vivid dreams, and then also like delusions sometimes in the day when he's not actually sleeping. And he keeps sort of saying, just offhand, like, I'm now unsure about, you know, where I stand with reality. Anyway, so okay. The confusion has not improved. It has not improved. Now there's been some sort of medieval battle. Like a guy was in his like hotel thing, and then he escaped because he thought that the person that runs the hotel, or like the woman who owns the house, the boarder, was like watching his movements. So he's run out the back and he's racing toward like this girl he thinks is running, but I don't understand why he knows that the girl is there, or thinks that the girl is there. And he's chasing after her, and he comes upon this like weird sort of medieval type battle where there's so many dead horses. They're like piled on top of each other like a wall. And then it just sort of like a maelstrom, just like like noises of a battle and like swords, you know, and stuff, and then calm. And he finds the girl. I think that's the girl, because she's dead, her neck is broken. But then he's listening to some people in a cottage talking about sacrificing a girl. So then there's another girl. It's another silver-haired, scrawny, milk-white girl who's just been sacrificed for the dragon. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm getting to a point now where I'm potentially considering DNFing this book. Like, I feel like this is the kind of book that's right up my alley, okay? Like, weird, dystopian, slightly confusing, you know, a bit cult classic-y. Like, this is my jam. This is the kind of book I dig. But I'm so confused, and not in a way that I feel is enjoyable. Not an enjoyable confusion, just more like a what the fuck sort of confusion. And I'm like basically a good halfway through it almost, or like nearly halfway through it, and I don't want to give up on it. I don't want to give up, but I also don't want to continue, because what the fuck is happening? Oh, it's a stress. So stressful.
Okay, like I've, instead of reading, been dicking around looking at what the weather's like in Palma for the days we might be there. Like, I never want to just assume we're definitely gonna be there because, you know, all this shit with the airports after COVID is still there. But the idea is we leave on the Friday, this day. And then it's like Saturday, Sunday, Monday. And then we leave this day, I think. So it's gonna be a good, like, you know, 26 degrees. That's pretty good. Like cloudy, sunny 27, sunny 26. Also, I've completely forgotten I don't own a swimsuit. Like, being from a relatively cold place and being allergic to chlorine, like, I don't really need them. Like, I go to the beach in my jeans. Do you know what I mean? So when I went to Sidge's in June, I went to sort of get my swimsuit out, and it was like way too small. Like, COVID has happened now, and I haven't worn it for like 3 years, so it wasn't working. So I had to just wear jeans, and it didn't really work. It didn't work. I need a swimsuit. Look at all these weird, like, I like quite like this. You see this one? It's got, like, you know, like a high waist, but also like a flouncy bit. Quite like that. Okay, how about this one? Like, I know I'm not gonna look like that actual girl because she's banging, but the colors. Am I right? I love the colors. Those earrings as well. I could make an earring situation happen. I think I might get this.
Okay, our guy in our book now is getting a bit ridiculous. Like, he keeps sort of questioning his reality and letting us know that he's questioning his reality in various different ways. Like, and the memory did not seem quite real, and I was overcome by a feeling of unreality and blah blah. Like, I was not thinking lucidly. Like, no shit, my dude. You just watched a dragon eat a virgin sacrifice. Like, you're tripping balls, you know? This is not like your average day at the office, like, even if you are some sort of dystopian hitman. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're clearly off your face, man. Oh. That's a pretty banging view.
Some sort of, I think it was like a bandsaw or something. It was all like playing.
Mr. Hank. Hank. Since when are you allowed on the sofa? Ugh. Okay, I've had 2 lunch beers, okay, with Jay just now at the pub, and also a huge long range about work and a huge long range about my book and everything. And now Sarah has just messaged me, Sarah from Your True Shelf. She's messaged me to say she's watching my Book Piles Crisis video right now, and she's like, get rid of them all, okay? Past Heather, that's a whole other person, okay? Past Heather chose those books, but you are not past Heather. You don't have to read them, okay? And she was like, I did the same thing. Just get rid of them. And now I feel so empowered, slightly drunk, so relieved, and so empowered. I'm gonna just annihilate my bookshelves right now. I'm just gonna go to effing town, okay? Like, right now. Oh my god. I just found a receipt in this book. So I bought this book at Borders in Boulder, Colorado when I lived there in 2010, before I even moved to Wales. I might just keep that. This can live here. There. That's nice. Okay, so I've plugged them all in. Oh my god, I'm so sweaty. So sweaty. Okay, I plugged them all in, and I had to add 6 books in because I won Shauna Burke's Scarab August giveaway or whatever. I don't hate that. I'm not mad at that. I love that. So I've added 6 in, and then the 12 that I've piled on the bed to get rid of. Wait, is it 12? No, it's 14. So plug in 14. That brings me to a total of 9,500 books in my house. I have done it. To be fair, okay, Karen, a roving reader, Karen, you did tell me to do this like roughly 3 days ago. I just was in too, like, sober, placid a place to hear that. Like, I've kept loads of these around for ages and ages and ages. I'm sure they're lovely, but I haven't read them in all this time. And it took 2 beers, Heather, and like a sort of rant as well, you know, like a
like a fired up rant. And also, I'm in a weird place about the book I'm reading. I'm like, how dare this book not be banging? Okay, like, I've done my best to get the best books in this house, okay, and it like has betrayed me by being slightly too confusing to be good, okay, and it's put me in a weird place. Okay, I have finished it, and I'm gonna go with 3 stars on this. So what I liked about it, I liked that sort of, there's this woman or this girl, right, and she's sort of described in all the same sort of terms as the earth is dying, you know. So these 2 men, who I originally thought was just one man, and the guy was like, you know, like split sort of, you know, personality or something like this, like in Fight Club, you know, but I think in the end that's not how it is. I think it's actually 2 dudes. But there's these 2 dudes who are trying to like sexually dominate this girl, and how she's described is like weak and beautiful, and you know, men are just spending all their time trying to just fully dominate her. And basically through this sort of apocalypse, this sort of like nuclear dystopia like thing, this event, it's sort of drawing parallels, you know, like these men are trying to sexually dominate these women, and also they're trying to like dominate the earth, and like both are now gonna die. They're both dying, basically. So that was very good. I really enjoyed that. However, what I didn't like is that I just spent the whole effing time being super confused and having to go back and reread things. And I think it's supposed to be like that, obviously. You're supposed to sort of feel like you're also in this delirium, you know, like you can't trust yourself, you can't trust your thoughts in your mind. It's like it's supposed to be just like this like wild dreamscape, I guess, where nothing is real. But it was just a bit like the narrative was just a bit too like disjointed and sort of like floaty for me. When I have to go back and reread bits so often because I've just lost it, like that's hard work. Do you know what I mean? Like I don't read, you know, to make myself a better reader or to like make myself a smarter person. Like it's my hobby. I like read for fun. You know, I want it to be like an enjoyable time, and I felt like this was a bit of a slog, like a hard slog, but I'm gonna give it 3 stars because I did in the end like sort of the themes behind it, you know, and I did like how they were portrayed. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, okay, done. And that means blam! We have annihilated Shorty September. I've read through all of the prompts 1 time now, all 12 of them for Shorty September. Like, I mean, this isn't the end of Shorty September. I'm still obviously gonna read another book tomorrow, but I feel like we've gone round 1 round. That is a success, okay? If I completely do nothing of any consequence for the rest of this month, at least I annihilated Shorty September in 1 round. Am I right? Here's our stack. Look how fucking brilliant it looks. And, not to forget, I now have 95 unread books in my house, which well exceeds my goal for the year of having less than 100 books unread in my house, okay? Taking it from 200 to under 100, and I've fully conquered this Everest, and I feel fucking awesome about it. Okay, tomorrow's book, I believe, will be Rizio. So this one restarts round 2 on a slasher, as it should be. But this one is part of that series of Scottish history novels I like, where the other one I read was Hex by Jenny Fagan, I think. And this one is about, I think, Mary, Queen of Scots, when her husband had her lover murdered and like made her watch. As you do. Okay, fine. But I really, really liked that other one in the series, so I'm hoping that I'll like this one as well. And it's quite short, so it's a good one for a work day. Okay. Thank you for watching. If you have any thoughts at all, please let me know. What are you reading? Did you like any of these books? Did you not like these books? What are your thoughts? How's your September? And I will see you tomorrow. Okay. Bye, 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 bye.